How to be more confident in sales. Let me tell you a story. This is a story of how I went from being a shy introvert that I was to my client telling me, "Hey Quan, you are so confident in this and you are so good at pitching. I'm gonna work with you." It all started in junior year when I started all of this. I built my first website and crafted my first ever message. When it was time to send out that message, it was manual, so I did it by typing it out and entering it. But every single time that I typed that message out to a random phone number, my hand would tremble. I'm scared. And every single time that I would get a call back from my client, I wouldn't even want to pick up. Every ring of the phone, my heart just throbbed. And I remember when I was doing cold calling, my heart beat fast. And every single time that there was a ring, it's like ring, 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 ring. And every ring, my heart just skipped a beat. And I exactly remember that there was typically three ring before a call this end. So I would held my breath and I was like, first ring, second ring, come on, last ring, come on, before anyone pick up. Just please don't pick up. That's what was going on in my head when I was doing this whole outreach things. It was scary. And when I had someone picked up that phone, they were like, "Hey, who is this?" And me on the other end, I was like, "Hey, hey, this is Quan. Uh, Sorry that I bothered your time. Which you have 5 minutes to spare for something that I had in mind." Most people would say yes, and I would then go on to my pitch. I would sometime just fast read through that pitch, or sometimes I would just slow it really slow down. And before I could finish, all I heard was beep, beep. Fast forward to 2 years later, I now pick up the phone with zero hesitation and I introduce myself like I own the place. That's the feeling of real confidence. And I don't speed through my pitch anymore, but rather I take the time to make small chit chat, talk to them, enjoy the conversation. And when it is time, when they say, "Hey, I gotta go in a bit," just, or "Hey, it was good talking to you. What exactly you have to offer?" That's when I go and make my pitch, and that stuff just flow out my mouth, and it amazed the clients like, "Wow, how can you be so confident?" So how exactly did I go from shy introvert to a full confident people on the phone in just 2 years? Did my pitch change? Did I take a magic pill to cure my introvertness? No. And definitely no. I did not have a magic pill. I wish I do. If I imagine if I would just take a pill and would just, oh, just, you, what's up, man? That's not how it works. The answer lies in my beliefs. And by beliefs, I don't mean the one that you find in churches or temple. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or Buddhist. You can be atheist for all I care. What I mean is the belief in oneself, the belief in that you are the shit. Okay, I know it does sound like some spiritual gurus out there, but please do me a favor and stay for a couple more minutes because all of this will make sense in a bit. The secret to confidence in sales or anything is self-respect. So what exactly do I mean by self-respect? By definition, self-respect is honoring your own values and knowing your own worth. But you might think, isn't that arrogant? Isn't that so arrogant? And that is why you've been taking a beating from society without fighting back. All people could think of when they're defending their own values is, am I being too arrogant? Am I too cocky? And yes, I understand. It happens. We were raised that way. We were taught to not fight back to the adult. We were taught to the values of the collective mass is better than one's. That's basic survival instincts. But none of that apply to this society now when all of us are free. Self-respect is the abilities to not take criticism from others to your own values. And yes, it does start with a lot of time arrogance. And that how it was for me. I started being arrogant and that's the first step for me protecting my own values. This is why a couple months ago I had this mindset shift where I was like, if someone is gonna say something about me, they better have a damn good reason for it, or else I'm not gonna listen to them at all. And that stopped my brain from just thinking, hey, what if this guy, what if that guy have a better system? Because it made me feel like that I can't be confident in what I have. I know that I have the best thing in the market right now. And in this industry that I'm in, I am able to consistently generate more leads than anyone could ever to all the broker that I've worked with. And that's why if you want a system like this, just let me know down comment below or just check out my free courses. Just book a call with me all in the description below. However, being arrogant, it's good to start. Like, it's good to know that you're the shit. Like, it's the first step to achieving self-respect. But this shouldn't be your end goal. Your end goal should never be so arrogant that you're not listening to anyone because that will block your ability to learn. And a lot of time, being arrogant all the time, run on dirty fuel. You have to always attack other people's idea, attack, just to protect yourself. You just have to fire at other people's concept and everything like that. And that's oftentimes exhausting because you just have to keep on this front where you are an arrogant piece of shit. That's what I was a couple months ago. I was just sick of hearing anyone say a bad thing about me or anything like that. I was just trying to defend, and that just put me in a terrible mindset to do any business at all. I mean, it works for some business, and I did get some business out of it. However, being arrogant shouldn't be your end all be all. Because let me be honest with you, for the month that I was being arrogant, knowing that I was shit, it burned on dirty fuel. It feed your ego, and it will always try to polish your image, and always just seeking more and more, and saying that you will never be enough. That's what your ego is doing to you. Always just striving for better, better. Might sound good, but it is exhausting because you are spending days and nights defending your own egos by just attacking others. You go out aside, talk to person, and if they say, "Hey, I have this cool idea," you always just try to shut it down because guess what? You think that you have the shit. And that feeds your ego a lot by destroying someone else's belief. But that's not how you should approach having self-respect. Self-respect is the ability to form a defense around your own core values. And people often say the best defense is the best offense. So all you need to do is protect your own worth, what you value the most in life. And anything that come in, you can be like, hey, stand at the gate. Just imagine this is a new idea. Instead of just being arrogant and attacking it before I get here, you go in and like, okay, hey. You evaluate if this is a harm or a benefit to your own values. That end. That will allow you to learn and accept other people's ideas for the benefit of your own. And you can tell the difference between a person with self-respect or a person with arrogance is by their ability to pause. So whenever I see this on a podcast, I always see someone who is arrogant, just always just jumping as soon as the question is finished, or before the question is even finished, and they would just always just try to leap and destroy their person idea. But a person who has self-respect and confidence, what they do is they listen to the question, take a bit, and they will always pause. So they will spend a lot of time pausing. That's just them reevaluating their own values and seeing if that fit or they can contribute anything to it. And oftentimes you see them say, yeah, you're right. Or you'll oftentimes see, I disagree with that. Because from my opinion, they never just straight out attack someone else's values because they know that they already reject the other person values and are just stating out their own. That's not being arrogant. That's just having opinions. So that's basically how you gain self-respect and confidence in oneself is by the ability to maintain your own values and having that pause.